Bakit maraming cash? Iniibig nila yung cash. Bakit walang public deliberation? Napilitan lang sila. Eto, kung napapansin nyo, napilitan lang sila sa MyCam. Pero kung napapansin nyo, sino man nanood nung sa MyCam, nagtiyaga? Nagtiyaga ako eh. Mag-a-adjourn sila. Bago magpupulong-pulong sila ron, magkukumpul-kumpul sila sa isang lugar. Hindi rin natin alam kung anong pinag-uusapan. Bago mag-re-resume, meron ng desisyon. Wala rin. Ila-live stream pa nila. Walang iniwan yun doon sa ICI eh. Merong guidelines for live streaming, pero umpisa nung na-create yung ICI noong September, itong taong ito, ilan ang ni-live stream na hearing? Isa! Exactly one hearing. Yun ang nangyari sa ICI. Pinaglolo ko tayo.
Natin ngayon si Dr. Lorraine Badoy. Dr. Lorraine, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay,
Yan.
loud and clear po. Go.
As Jeremy
Okay,
would say,
so,
Tyler,
listening to Ronald, to Attorney Topacio, everybody, it's enraging, di ba? Nakakabaliw sa galit. And this is not the first time. It's been the hallmark of the Marcos presidency, yung kabaliwan na ganito, the insanity. Now, because this is an insane president, and we can talk ourselves blue in the face, as I said, no? Yung mga insertions, all of that, all the technicalities, parang we're talking about yung a Congress that's made of hardened criminals, no? Na inuulit pa, di ba? While this president, his idea of damage control, is salita lang, puro salita. And then the most ridiculous things, because if there's anything that's very clear right now, is that Bongbong Marcos did not run to serve. He ran to steal from the Filipino people. Kung kaya ito mga pinapakinggan natin, nakakagalit, and for the past 3 years, this is what he's been doing to the Filipino people. Diba? And why is that? This is a man in the grip of a powerful substance abuse disorder. If there's anything that's very clear now, is that he's not fit to lead. He has destroyed our economy in under 3 years. And the amounts that we're talking about right now are staggering, nakakahina. And we know what that means. What those amounts mean, no? Is that yung mga bahay na wash out, yung mga nalunod na mga kababayan natin, yung mga nagugutom. And this is why we need to speak out, because they're not able to speak out, di ba? And if there's one thing that we also know, this could not have been possible under President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. In the end, the buck really stops with Bongbong Marcos. And apart from di ba, Ferdy said, no, Attorney Topacio said that yung statement ni Zaldico. Why is it heavy? It's also heavy because he's the appropriations chair. Diba? Mabigat yung sinabi niya. So, and yet, niloloko ang Pilipino, no? Walang kahihiyan itong Marcos administration na ito. That ICI is a load of crock talaga, bullshit. Because it was created by Bongbong Marcos, his appointees, no? These are his appointees, and they will not touch Bongbong Marcos nor Martin Romualdez. And at the end of it, ang kakapal talaga ng mga mukha, walang kahihiyan sa Pilipino. The impunity, the brazenness, and we'll always go back to the privilege of having served my country under PRRD, which fortunately, no, for us, he gave us a standard eh. And I'm afraid that we're going to lose that outrage, and we should never lose that outrage. Isa pa yan, no? Just to look at PRRD in The Hague, yan ang ginawa ni Bongbong Marcos. It's a heinous crime. Extraordinary rendition. So, all in all I really just want to say, as a doctor, no, we can cure the symptoms. We can say, we'll do this, yung katulad ng ginagawa niya, no? He'll fire all sorts of people, mga other secretaries niya, si Lucas Bersamin, etc., etc. Pero siya yung kailangan mag-resign. He has to step down. He is fully incapable of leading our country. It's like having a patient with cancer. You're going to manage the fever, the appetite loss, but in the end, it's the cancer, and the cancer is Bongbong Marcos. He is fully incapable. He is a plunderer. He is a criminal, the extraordinary rendition of PRRD. And he is a drug addict. At the very bottom of this is because he is a drug addict. His family members are drug addicts. In the real world, if you refuse a hair follicle drug test, it is the same as a positive test and you get fired. It's the same thing now. No, so I guess that's all I have to say. It's wonderful listening to all of you. Kasi parang akala ko ako lang yung galit eh. Tsaka alam mo yan si Madriaga. Yung asset natin ang sinasabi, siya yung nilapitan ni Trillanes para i-assassinate si Vice President. The Vice President knows this. No, so, the takedown of the Vice President, it's so brazen, it's so shameless, the utter disregard for the Constitution. All of this is happening under the watch of a drug addict. So we should not be surprised anymore that all of this madness is happening and that madness has to stop and he has to step down. Bongbong Marcos has to step down now. Otherwise, he's going to bleed our country dry. He's doing it now. On one hand, he's going the rounds with all of his ridiculous statements na nagpapapogi na about good governance and about corruption. So he's so against it. But on the other hand, he's sending Vince Dizon, his alter ego, to steal from us. No, so nakakahiya itong president na ito. He has to step down. That is the moral obligation of our generation, not to allow any Marcos ever again. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lorraine, for that. May question po na pumasok dito ngayon from Dare to Us. Sa mga hindi pa po nagpa-follow ka Dare to Us, siya yung pina-follow ko if I want to understand about the budget.
Yeah.
Kasi yun yung parang focus niya. So may question siya rito. I don't know if anyone from our panel can answer this. This is about the budget, mismong budget ng House of Representatives. Sabi rito, we would like to ask po bakit ang budget ng House of Representatives ay walang public deliberations. No presentation of budget, no scrutinization like other government agencies. We would like to raise the issue of excessive cash balance of the House. According to 224 COA report, may 27.6 billion cash and cash equivalents ang House of Representatives as of December 31, 2024. In 2023, it was 18.657 billion. According to the report, it was earmarked for payment of payables already obligated and due for payment in the ensuing years. Pero po, ang total liabilities of the same COA report in 2024 is 481 million pesos only. Bakit po ang daming cash ng House? For what purpose? Yearly, there is also a realignment of funds from personal services and capital outlay to MOOEs. And on top of that, 17.324 billion pa silang NEP to GAA increase in 2025 and 10.5 billion increase in FY 2026 budget. Bakit ang dami nilang cash at bakit patuloy ang increase ng kanilang budget na walang public budget deliberations, no scrutinization, no questions? I consider this a hypocrisy on the part of the House scrutinizing other agencies pero ang budget nila hindi nangyayari sa budget nila. Anyone can answer.
Actually, ganito yan, ano? The fundamental question there is, bakit walang deliberation? Simple. Ayaw nilang ipaalam sa atin. Case in point, the 2025 GAA was unconstitutionally certified as urgent. Can you imagine? Budget urgent. Anong ibig sabihin kung bakit may GAA deliberations? Kasi nga, ang legislature, ang guardian of the public purse, of the national treasury. Kaya dapat yan, binubusisi lahat. Tama yung sinabi ni Chairman Cardema. Binubusisi yan. Bakit ganito? Bakit ganon? Ito bang agency na to? Nagamit mo ba yung binigay namin sa'yo? Hindi mo pala nagamit? Bakit ka namin bibigyan ulit? Etong binigay namin sa'yo, bakit dito mo ginamit sa ibang purpose? Dapat makastigo ka, etc. Can you imagine the 2025 GAA was certified as urgent? What does certification of urgency mean? It means that you dispense with the reading the first, second, and third readings on 3 separate days. Meaning to say, isang araw lang pwede mo nang i-approve yung pending legislation. Anong purpose ng certification of urgency? Ha? Nagkakagulo. Di ba? Magdi-declare ka ng national emergency by law. Urgent yun. Lumindol. Nagkaroon ng the big one. Wag naman. Kailangan ipasa mo itong supplemental budget in 1 day. Ang daming natabunan, ang daming nagugutom, walang tubig, walang kuryente. 1 day. Pero budget, urgent. Di ba kinall out nga si Pangulong Marcos ni Justice Lloren in his separate opinion? It is unconstitutional because you do not use a certificate of urgency on the budget which is supposed to be subjected to the longest debate. Kasi unang-una, yan ang budget ng bayan. Pangalawa, 1 taon a-applyan. At number 3, billion, trillion pa nga ang involved. So, bakit maraming cash? Iniipit nila yung cash. Bakit walang public deliberation? Napilitan lang sila. Eto, kung napapansin nyo, napilitan lang sila sa MyCam. Pero kung napapansin nyo, sino ba nanood nung sa MyCam? Nagtiyaga. Nagtiyaga ako eh. Mag-a-adjourn sila. Bago magpupulong-pulong sila ron, magkukumpul-kumpul sila sa isang lugar. Hindi rin natin alam kung anong pinag-uusapan. Bago mag-re-resume, meron ng desisyon. Wala rin. Ila-livestream pa nila. Walang iniwan yun doon sa ICI eh. Merong guidelines for live streaming, pero umpisa nung na-create yung ICI noong September, itong taong ito, ilan ang ni-live stream na hearing? Isa! Exactly 1 hearing. Oo. Yun ang nangyari sa ICI. Pinaglolo ko tayo. Public daw, live stream, pero recess, private consultation doon sa bandang likod, kitang-kita naman eh. Nawawala sila eh. Nandun yung screen, hindi nawawala yung live feed, pero walang laman tong mga mesa, nandun sila sa likod. Then pagbalik nila, ayos na. Meron ng usapan. Anong klase yun? How that decision has arrived at hindi rin natin alam. So, ginagago lang po tayo.